So Simon, it ends 1-1 here. How do you assess today's result?
A lucky result for us in the end. All week we've trained really well, real spark, real energy about us. And then we get here and we ask the question, or we use the words that we need to be careful of in the game. We have to be professional, we have to apply ourselves really well, we have to have a desire, we have to match the opposition who've got nothing to lose. And for large parts of that game, they were far better than us. And that's a bit of a sugar coating of it, to be fair. I'm not particularly happy with what we've done with individuals, how we've played. Never won a second ball, we never won first contacts, didn't pass the ball like we can do. And the only saving grace is that we're still in the competition because we got a fantastic equaliser from it. So yeah, it's a lesson for us to learn from, and I'm really disappointed how we played today. And I don't think any player, if I'd leave them out of the team on Tuesday night, couldn't have any complaints, because I don't think any of them played to the capabilities that they're capable of.
What surprised you most then? Because we spoke during the week about how well we've trained.
I'm not sure. I can't put a finger on it, to be fair. That we said to the players, and we've got a good, honest bunch of players, and I've never been critical of the players, but today we didn't match the endeavour of the opposition. We didn't do what we wanted them, stop them from doing. And that's obviously sometimes an individual thing. We can set up the team. We were aggressive today, playing 4-4-2 for the first time this year. 2 strikers, 2 wingers. But ultimately, then we didn't do enough when we were going forward. But we weren't competitive. I thought defensively we were quite frail, and we let them dominate us rather than us dominate them. So overall, there's lots of things that we can sort of say was not acceptable today, and the players are aware of that.
It was visual by how animated you were today on the touchline, how frustrated you were. Plenty said at half time?
Well, plenty said it during the game, after the game, and at half time as well. And I've passion. I've been in the game 40 years nearly now, and I don't like sometimes performances like that, and I'm not going to accept it, to be fair. And I don't accept it, and the players are aware of that now. So we can do what we need to do, as I say, but players have got to take responsibility at times, and let's hope. They've had a lot of praise this year in terms of last few games, played really well against York, Carlisle, but today we had to make sure that we did the basics of football. And if you don't run around and compete and win second balls and win your battles against an opposition, regardless who you're playing, it gives you a far lesser chance of winning a match, and that's how it panned out for large parts today.
2 setbacks at the back, both Parksy and Max coming off. How do you adapt to those situations?
Well, we adapted by moving Shez into the back 4. Jack came on and did what he did as well. So, yeah, Parksy concussion, which will probably rule him out of Tuesday night, I would think. And then Max, I'm not quite sure what he's done. We lose Matty Daly. Well, you lose Cam John yesterday afternoon, when York, after all week, have been saying that he's eligible to play. 4 o'clock decide that he's not eligible to play, which is quite a strange decision, but that's what happens. And then Matty Daly was going to play, and then at 11:30 he had a family emergency that he had to turn around and go with his family, and hopefully everything's all right in that respect. So, but it's more about the players that were here and what we didn't do well enough to be competitive of trying to get through. Again, the positive is that we're still in the hat, and we've got the replay on Tuesday, but we've got to be a lot better.
We made high work of it, but the goal eventually did come through Fergie. It was quite the interesting one, wasn't it?
Well, it was a hell of a strike from distance, and I think the goalkeeper would probably count himself unlucky. I think it's him on the back and goes in, so whoever decides who gets it, him or the goalkeeper on goal or Fergie, will take it, because it's probably one of the only positives we really got from the game, that we've managed to get something to keep us in the game.
Another silver line will be that Keane Foreman got involved and had some minutes on his birthday.
Yeah, look, pre-season he did really well, really lively, and then we just thought today we were down to bare bones a little bit, but why not put him into the squad, and knowing that if he came on he'd run around, he'd have a go at trying to do things, and obviously coincidental that it was his birthday, so he'll remember this day for the rest of his life, which you do when you make your debuts. And look, he affected the game, which we wanted him to do and we knew we could do. So well done to him. And maybe it's a little bit of a lesson to the players that they need to look at that as well at times.
It goes to a replay then. What will you take from today to build on for Tuesday night?
That we're still in that we've got a replay. That is the only positive I can say from today. I've been really positive with players. I've been very open about the players, how well I think we're playing, and not a million miles away. And then we dropped to this sort of level, and the players are aware of how unhappy that I was with the situation. So we dust ourselves down. We go in Monday morning and let's see who's available for the replay, what system we play, and let's hope we can do something which is far greatly improved than today's performance to get through to the next round.